Hi, and welcome to the lesson. We're going to be reviewing iReady Grade 4 Math Home Activity Packet, pages 21 and 22. So we will jump down to page 21, and we have a set of 3-digit by 1-digit division problems. And they've given us a student answer, and we're asked to check that answer and determine whether the division was done correctly. This looks similar to the multiplication and addition situations where we had to determine whether the student answer was reasonable by estimating. In this case, we're not estimating, we're checking. So we're doing that by taking the quotient that they came up with, in this case 149 with a remainder of 1, multiplying by the divisor, and seeing if we come up with the original dividend. And in this case, we don't. So the student answer was 149 with a remainder of 1. We take 149, multiply by 4. That's equal to 596. We take 596 and add the remainder, and that's 597. So that is not equal to our original dividend. So we would go ahead and do the division, and that is an answer of 159 with a remainder of 1. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. Our dividend is 139 divided by the divisor 2, and the answer they came up with was 69 with a remainder of 1. So we're going to begin by multiplying 69 times 2, and I have that set up. And this multiplication should be fairly straightforward for you. If we have 2 times 9, that's going to be 18. We're going to bring down the ones, the 8 from 18. We're going to, and then the 10, we're going to carry over the tens column. Then 2 times 6 is 12, and 1 more is 13. So we have 138 initially. So 138, then with our remainder of 1, if we take 138 plus 1, that is going to equal 139, which is the same as our original dividend. So in this case, this answer was correct, 69 with a remainder of 1. Go ahead and on the other ones, follow the same process. If it's not correct, do the division by whatever method you're comfortable with. And then on page 22, it's asking you to write a word problem that could be solved by one of the problems. Again, we've talked about this before, but it is good to be able to write a word problem from an equation, and because that helps us think about how word problems work, it helps us think about how equations work, and it helps us to go from then, if we're given a word problem, we're able to come up with an equation that we need to solve it. So this is good practice for you. So go ahead and try that one. And then, can an answer be incorrect even if it looks reasonable? We've looked at this before also. Remember, in terms of reasonable, we're thinking about estimating what the answer is going to be before we do all the math to solve it. And if we're able to estimate and then we do the math and our solution is a long way off from our estimate, then we know it's likely we made a mistake somewhere. But think about if our estimate is close to what our solution is, but our solution is still incorrect. Is that possible? Think about that and try to put it in your own words why you think that may or may not be. And I'm looking forward to seeing what solutions you come or what arguments you come up with. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or your homeroom teacher. And I appreciate you listening to the lesson.